All right, so waiting for waiting for opening range to set at 9 for in 15 minutes. Looks like price is now below the open, overnight VWAP. Now, at any given moment, it just depends on how price will set up the opening range, what side of the range price will break first, right? And from there, I will decide what I want to do. Uh, Once again, if price does set up the opening range high, opening range low, breaks the opening range high first, then CISD, I'm looking to trade lower. Now, why is that? Is because, at that point, all key levels would align to the downside. So, that would be good. But for buys, price must break the opening range low first, CISD, and then looking to trade higher. Uh, for break and retest, I'm not looking for those. And for break and retest sells, it is really far from now, from the opening range low. So let's see how the 15-minute candle closes first, and then I will decide what I want to do. All right. All right, so still going to wait for price to set up the opening range. Now, I will go through the trades I took this week. So there was three trades I took this week. Two were wins, and one were loss. So let's begin with the Monday trade, which was a obviously a double break. So that was amazing trade, which was complete in 7 minutes. I mean, $500 in 7 minutes. It's pretty good. Now, price did break the opening range high. We had CISD 15-minute did form the swing point within the C2 candle. It was delivered within the C2 candle, manipulation into expansion, and on the 1 hour you can see that how price aggressively pushed lower, and that was the manipulation basically. So that was a pretty good win for Monday. Now, yesterday I had two trades. Both were buys, both were double break buys. Now, unfortunately, the first one did not play out. I entered early CISD, so as you can see, price did break the opening range low first. Then we had CISD, which is the red line, closed above the New York, above the blue line, and I took the trade. Stop loss below the bodies of the candles, and unfortunately, price pushed lower. And you know, because we had the manipulation, um, C2 closure on the 15-minute as well as the 1 hour, we're looking bearish now. So I waited for new candle to open at 10 a.m. and what price did, once again, price did break the um, so I will have every single screenshot I took. So once again price within the new 10 a.m. candle did close as a C2. The 10:15 candle, you can see that price did never break the low of the swing point. Now we did retest kind of overnight, which is the gray line below, and within the candle closure above the New York, I took the buys, sorry. I took buys with a stop loss down below this swing point because that's the 10:15 candle, basically lows. So in most cases I will put my stop loss below the bodies, not the wick. Now, as you can see, this right here, we formed one more swing point within the 10:15 candle. Now, as this candle closed above the red line, that was price created the new protected swing. So at that point, I could add one more position, but as I had lost, the first loss, I just wanted to finish with one trade. Either break even or smaller loss, because whenever I draw down or I do have a lost trade, and if the price presents me one more possibility to enter the market, I will usually try to make my loss smaller and or break even. That if I get break even, that's very good result. If I can get even green, that's amazing. But yesterday I secured at break even, so I just secured at that liquidity. And because you never know that if price will continue pushing higher or lower. Now with the new candle, price did push high first, so you would expect the retracements, but I don't know I don't know where would be the retracement, right? So I later moved my stop loss to this swing point low. So this right here, after that candle close, I moved my stop loss to this low, because I'm not expecting for price now to continue come to this low, because if price does, then there is a likely, most likely price will continue pushing lower. So right here I did secure, and on here you can see that price did retracement once again, pushed to the opening range high. So the full TP to the opening range high was hit, but I secured here before the retracement. So that's pretty good week. That's pretty good week yet. So let's see if we can get anything else today, or even this week, because I already had good trades, and All right, so this right here, you can see that price prior to opening range set did retest the New York. So let's see. There is 2 minutes left until the opening range is set, and if price does really break the opening range high first, then closes below the New York, maybe there will be sells. But for now, it looks like price may continue pushing higher after the daily wick is formed. Uh, well, the daily wick formed if this 10 a.m. candle will close above here. If price does close above here, then at that case, the daily wick is formed, and you're looking for price to continue pushing higher. And if price does continue pushing higher, that means that there will be break and retest buys, which um, I don't really want to take, to be honest. We'll see. Maybe I will take them on the another account, for the double break. I mean, for break and retest. Maybe I will use that, but this one right here, I only look for a double break sells, to be honest. Alright, so 1 minute left until the opening range is set. For now, price looks bullish, and looks like the buys may play out. Alright, so opening range set. Price did break the opening range high first. Now it is a hard at this point, because for price to make kind of CISD, price has to close below here, and at that point price would push already too much, right? So you would expect some pullback. So I don't know, at this point the sales doesn't look good. All right, so the 1 hour closure is very important, to be honest, not gonna lie. All right. All right. So now I'm on alert that if price will push lower, then maybe maybe there will be a short, but I don't know. So yeah, looks like price is not gonna go lower, at least now. Yeah. So is if price is to continue so if price is to continue pushing higher, I want for price to come and sweep the low first. So once again, there is no CISD and there is no close below the New York for me to take sells. And for break and retest buys, you know, it must be within the new 10 a.m. candle. So there is not going to be a double break trade, that's for sure. Because at this point you can see that the blue line on the chart is crossing between the overnight, which is the gray line, and at that point price is bullish. So it is the matter of time when price comes and retests the New York, for then you can look for buys. Now if price just continues pushing higher and higher, I mean that's nothing you can do, right? So for me to take break and retest, price must come down to this low first before I will look for anything to the upside. So the daily is at the daily high basically. So you know that's pretty big 1 hour candle. Not gonna lie, but it looks like I may not even get the trade today. So the thing is about a double break sells now is that the price moved from the opening range significantly, right? So for me to think that price is going to close below the New York and then push lower, I don't think that's going to happen. Even if it does, I'm not gonna take the sells, because in most cases, I found my losses. When take when I, sometimes they may work, but sometimes they may just that's just lower probability trade at this point, because if price does push from the opening range so significantly and closes, so this 15-minute closed outside the opening range, right? So so really you don't think that price is going to close back now below the inside the opening range and then push lower? It may do, right? But I don't think I want to take this trade to the downside. So let's just wait another 15 minutes, because now if the next 15-minute opens up and the price does break the low first, then maybe there will be buys. But I'm just going to wait for 15 minutes to close first. Alright, so still waiting for price to close. So I'm still waiting for 15 minutes to close, and then if it is break and retest buys, then I will need for price to create new swing point within the new candle. So let's just wait. So that's not even V-shape formation for me to look for sales at this point. So if price does close below the New York and it pushes lower, then it is what it is. So still waiting for price to close in 3 minutes, actually 2 minutes, and then looking for price to break low, you know, retest of the New York maybe, and then maybe I can look for buys to the opening range. Let's see. All right, so 1 minute left. Alright, so that looks good for price to break low now first within the first minute. Yes, that's right. And now whenever price, alright, so now we do have retest. Let's see. All right. So if price does close above here, I'm looking for buys. So that would be the new, the swing point on 15 minute forming within the new 1 hour candle, which is the 10 a.m. And if price does close above the above the red line, I will take the buys. So it is good. Price created resistance. So now if price does close above the red line, that would be even more confirmation for me to take buys, because price just break the resistance, right? All right, so 20 seconds. Looks good. If price does close, I just take buys. 4, 3, 2. So that's it. I just took the buys. Sell here, stop loss here, take profit here. Let's see. Alright, so let's see how far price wants to push, because the 1 hour candle is going to flip, and yeah, we may have push higher. Maybe I will even add to the position. Alright, so let's see if price will manage to create one more protected swing. Alright, so that trade was lost. Alright. All right, so that was a break and retest. All right. All right, so the trade were executed at 10:20. That was 10:20. It was buys, so percent. Both VWAPs within the C2. That was 1 minute. Liquidity was taken at 10:15. Say loss. That was a 1 hour loss. So for sells, I don't really want to take sells because you know the that would be a within the candle 4, which I don't like to take really. The best trades, you know, usually comes within the candle 2 and candle 3. So all right, so 3 minutes until the 15-minute candle closure. So if price does close above here, that would be trade to the upside one more time. Maybe even price wants to come lower and break opening range low and then look, you know, look to trade higher. But for sells, as I said, I don't want to enter within the candle 4, so that would be the end of the session, right? So Right, so 1 minute left until the 15-minute candle closure. Alright, so buys were executed here. Stop loss was here. Targeting the daily high. So let's see if price will close above the red line you can see on the chart. That would be a, I would take the buys because we do have now the swing point formed on the 15 minutes with potential CISD. Alright, so let's see one more time. Looking to trade higher. If price does push lower, it is what it is. So giving my trade a second chance. Up to this high, to be honest. right, so let's see. So as long as price, does not close below the New York, it is valid for price to continue pushing higher, right? So let's see. Because look at this, price came low as to the New York, but never break the low here, right? So if my stop loss would be here within the first trade, maybe I would survived, right? Maybe I would survived everything here. So at this point, what I did, I placed my stop loss down below the low here. So really now, if price does break the low, it is what it is. That trade is, the buys for me, is not valid anymore, and that's going to be my last trade because that's already a second chance for my trade. Same idea. I took buys, price is lagging, maybe I'm already stopped out, who knows. Yeah, the price action today is not very good, to be honest. So I just have to be patient as long as my higher time frame shows me, they are aligned with my key levels on the charts. I will take the trade. Now, why I'm taking buys today? As I said, I'm not gonna take break and retest buys. Well, because the blue line crossed the overnight, so now the main two key levels are aligned in one direction. So that only because of that I'm looking for buys. Also, for sales, price did never break close below the New York, which is the key level of the session. So what I do, I'm basically trading this 15-minute candle. So I'm trading this range right here. So price did break the range. Now I'm looking for price to either push lower or higher, depends. So still 6 minutes until the 15-minute candle closure. So until this low is really broken, the trade is still valid. Alright. It doesn't look very promising for buys, not gonna lie. And still, as long as this low stays intact, this right here, the trade to the upside is valid, even if price is trading where is it trading now. My stop loss is in place, so I don't care what price does in this range, right? All I care is for price to not break this low. Hello, hello Jackson. So that's my second trade for today. So my first trade was here, buys, got stopped out. Now took the second position. Let's see whether I get stopped out again or price reaches the take profit. One of two things is going to happen in the next 15 minutes. No, sorry, I'm not looking for any collaborations. Thank you for offer. All right. Just because I'm doing it in my free time, right? So I'm not looking for anything, to be honest. That's not my job. That's fine. Yeah, thank you for offer. Alright, so at this point, as two trades were taken today, both buys, both losses, uh, both had good chance to go higher to the session high. So unfortunately, it is a rangy session. So yeah, at this point, we'll finish the stream. Not looking for any trades today anymore. And yeah, so